ozone shadows all mass destruction.
So we're back, and I think he was talking about the poor voice acting at this part. So I guess that's
which I think we soft agreed with, but even still,
no, I think
this part is, no, it was the scream was bad, but everything before it was good, and he was just like, haha, bad.
Come on, bruh. A lot of the female characters don't feel like shit either.
That was loud.
Hikari exists to flesh out Mitsuru's character, and even then, her character is a pretty basic. I want to atone for the actions of the people before me, which is
Okay. So, what did he say about Yukari's character? Because
let's go back.
that's just exists to flesh out Yukari, and we're gonna talk about that. But
a lot of the female characters don't feel like shit either. Like, Yukari exists to flesh out Mitsuru's character, and even then, her character is a pretty basic. I want to atone for the.
She exists to flesh out Yukari. I mean,
she has a whole subplot about her father,
and growing from that, and she's rude to Junpei, so you can at least say that. That she has. She's not just that.
I don't.
You can't just say that she is something when she's just factually not.
She's there just to push forward Mitsuru's character development, but like how? When she's got her own wants, needs, desires, her own hang-ups.
Tragedies to grow from. No, I guess it's just easy to just spit bullshit by just showing not even one clip.
And we're just letting go of Mitsuru's strained relationship with her father and the Karuji group or whatever it's called. Like, we're just cool. It's just, I just want to atone, as opposed to all the characterization she gets throughout the story. It doesn't matter because we're just boiling it down to this. Like we can boil any character down to, they're just a insert sentence.
Especially when we lie and misrepresent things. That's very easy to do. You can easily lie when you lie.
The people before me, which is literally the same as Yukari's character arc, except
Yukari doesn't want to atone for the people.
Yeah.
She sneaks behind their back for an investigation to see what's really going on.
There is no atoning with her. It's accepting the father's sins and
moving forward.
Yeah, how he had a hand in it, but it was actually he was trying to help and
trying to come to grips with the image of her father as opposed to what's shown on the screen, or what people believe him to be an active participant in the cause of the incident. As opposed to Mitsuru, who is going, hey, I want to make up for all the wrongs my family group has done.
Yukari hates her parents, and then she doesn't hate her parents.
She never hated her father. She has a strained relationship with her mother, but I don't think she ever hated her father. Yeah. In fact, I think when that was shown, she got mad and was just like, that's not how it happened. Or she might have questioned if what she thought was true, but then more information came out.
She changed her mind. It was like, oh, he was actually trying to help. There was no magic switch or just like she did and now she just doesn't. There was a reason within the story for why she doesn't, even if she did hate him, which we're not saying that she does or doesn't.
Fuka is really boring, but low-key, I think the relationship between her and Natsuki is real sweet.
Even though why is Fuka boring? What makes Fuka boring? Just saying the word boring means nothing. She's a horrible cook that wants to get better.
Yes, she wants to help her friend. She was bullied and now she has a singular friend and she cherished that friend. She's a very nice person. There's nothing to fight against by going boring.
Yeah.
Because you could just like, oh, Junpei's boring. That just means that that character does not appeal to you directly.
But you should be able to explain, okay, boring is whatever. Is Fuka good?
Yes.
And if she isn't, you should be able to explain why she's not good. Anybody can explain, oh, the character's boring because they're not interesting. I can't have a conversation with
Where do
them.
we go from there? That's a dead zone. The conversation has ended. It's begun and ended. Unless the next question out of my mouth is why? What's going on? In which case, you should have just explained yourself to begin with.
The relationship between her and Natsuki is real sweet. Even though it's got nothing to do with the theme of the game, I really like the message of community.
Did he ever say the theme of the game?
No, he didn't.
Okay, then. What's the theme of the game? And who cares if not everything needs to tie into the main theme, because there's a bunch of themes throughout any story. It's not just, oh, it's about family. There's other things running parallel to that main theme that can or cannot tie into it.
And imagine if it were 6 characters and all of their story arcs tied into the theme of redemption, let's say. You'd be like, oh, this again?
This cyclical storytelling?
Again? You just think, okay, we got it at that point.
Do with the theme of the game, I really like the message of communication between people in the age where the internet was starting to grow bigger and bigger. It's something that actually stays true to this day, and it's probably the only thing about this game I will give genuine praise because of how well that shit was presented. But of course, that nice scene is ruined with this uncharacteristically fucking mean-ass exchange between her and the rest of the group.
Everything's okay now. I've made up my mind. I'll do as much as I can with my power. For my sake, as well as the sake of others. Okay.
The social link
They don't know that she's had a whole character arc. She's grown from talking to somebody. It's like if someone's like, I'm gonna kill everybody dies. They go into a room, come out and just like, hey, who wants cookies? You'd be like, oh, all right.
You'd be apprehensive.
Yeah. They're questioning what the just happened.
And what he said was a mean-spirited exchange. With her just kind of going, okay.
Literal question marks above their heads. Hey, what was the next sentence? Hang on.
Gotta look up the script.
Gotta look this up. I think that was right when she awakened to her persona.
It's probably right after it.
Her final persona. Speaking of which, I did not like how they just awakened it, because I'm in my Persona 4 and 5 mindset of okay, once I level them up to a certain degree, then I will gain their final persona. And I'm just like, where's that? Wait a second. When do I talk to Junpei? Because I need to level. I don't. And then
it's just story. It's like, story thing awakening. No, mother. My heart is what awakens you.
I earned this.
Don't give it to me.
Yeah. And come on now. I've said final awaken. There we go. Would that work? No, it's not gonna work. All Persona evolutions. Thank you. Yep. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Bigga. Copyright.
What was that rooftop? For my sake. Sorry, I guess that was sort of random, wasn't it? Okay. Sorry, I guess that was sort of random, wasn't it?
Are you sure you're alright?
That's the end!
She acknowledges that what she said essentially to them comes out of nowhere. I guess that was kind of random.
I guess it's easy to lie when you just lie. Cut the context and it's like, whoa.
But even the little bit he showed disproves the literal words he said of it being mean-spirited.
Not knowing Persona 3, I would not go, that's mean-spirited. They're confused about something. They're confused about somebody essentially becoming a different person from 5 minutes ago when they just saw her. She's gonna be all introspective, and they're like, "The f is going on?" That's completely normal, but that is just mad disingenuous.
Of course,
don't do a whole video like this and then just not show the. He shows enough to make his point, and then the point is made. It's like, well,
I don't need to show enough to prove my point, just to show that there is a point to be proved.
Holy crap.
System that Persona is known for is introduced in this game too. And I gotta say, it sure as hell feels like it's the first in the series, because goddamn, some of these stories are just real boring.
Pause.
But some of them,
I like the monk.
Okay, wait a second. He just said boring, but some of them, I thought he was gonna go into it.
No.
I was gonna agree with him. Not more boring, but just like whatever. Like the fat kid.
Yeah, fat kid's whatever.
He's just a fat kid, and he's just like, oh, I'm the best eater. Oh no, I got scammed. Oh, my brother's dead. But
I'm mad at you for some reason about it. I guess I'm not mad at you anymore.
I was furious when his rank went down. I was like, you fat piece of I'm using up my time for you. Oh, okay, it went back up. Cause I was like, where was the last time that I restarted? I saved, cause I'm not wasting my time with any more time than I need to on this. And I looked it up, it was just like, that is an auto.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, thank goodness. But yeah, he was just there wasn't really anything
interesting.
He didn't really grow from it or anything. He was just like,
I guess I can
anything. Kind of trust you, and my brother is dead, and that's all right. I can stop trying to be him or whatever. I was just like, I don't really. You are points. You are. I'm trying to get the big.
You are a stat.
You are big fuse numbers. But we got the son. Monk, Yukari, black athlete girl, broken leg,
young girl,
old people dying guy, Aigis, Mitsuru,
Fuka. Somebody's missing.
Yeah, there's definitely. Art guy. And French dude. And student council. I think we just rattled them all off. I'm at 13. That's all 13. Or the full 14. Must have double counted. Doesn't matter. I like the French guy. He was fun.
There are very few I can pick out of that where I go. I would not be interested in going through their story again.
Mm-hmm. Oh, a little pervert classmate who was just like, ooh, teachers.
I mean, I liked her storyline, but beyond that, yeah.
I liked his naivety of just like, oh, she's so into me, she wants me to go to her house. It's like, the studies, you. But let's hear what he says about this.
He's already said it. Boring.
Oh, I guess he's already said it. Boring.
Some of them, like the old couple who run the bookstore and the dying man Akinari, both serve the themes of the game real well. And
he is a fame monster. Monk sucks because he doesn't integrate into the themes.
And I guess not talking about the link themselves, simply the theme.
And again, what's the theme to him?
Maybe he did talk about it.
I don't remember.
I also don't remember, but
I feel like
can we transcript it?
Transcript? Yeah, sure.
We're taking a detour, y'all.
I mean, that's what our channel is.
Skip ahead a couple minutes, if and you please.
I mean, it's not even a couple of minutes. It's a couple of
Skip
seconds.
ahead.
I mean, skip off the video if nothing
We're gonna
else.
be here forever. Skip off the video.
Fame. I would like to see the points of why. I agree with a lot of things you said, but how come? Okay, nope. That was a comment.
Battle theme.
Yep, that's a battle theme. Dungeon themes. dungeon themes. End of
Perfect.
messaging.
Fantastic. So you're introducing the concept of bolstering the themes before you've even explored what the themes are. That is how you write a script.
But the audience should already know what the theme is, so I don't need to explain it, even though I gotta explain how it opens.
I can surmise that the theme is death.
Yes.
Or maybe the acceptance of
acceptance of death.
All right, but is just going with the theme enough to make those good?
I guess so. So I guess Little Fat Kid was cool. Because he accepted his brother's death and that he doesn't need to be him.
Yeah, I guess he was.
I love Maya. Shut the up.
Yeah. Oh, the secretary. She was great. But I'm a sucker for coming out of your shell stories. that she was always just like, oh, she's available? Rock it. Let's go. You always have those people where you just go,
oh, yeah,
all right,
they're here.
Where's my number ones?
And then we can go to the rest of them.
That's those days where it's just like Fat Kid by himself. I'm like, in the middle, just
anyone else.
Just T-posing ready for me. I'm like, anything, come on! What? Please help!
You could not live with your own lack of friend. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
In the days where it was just like, I didn't advance with him. It was just one of those rank up.
Yeah.
Wasted. This is triple wasted.
I feel like your relationship will grow soon.
Get in the bin. I'm sick of you. You've double wasted my time. Oh, the Hermit. Forgot about the Hermit. The computer.
Yeah, Maya.
Yeah.
I love Maya.
Both serve the themes of the game real well and showcase the concept of death from different angles that we don't get to see in the story.
So is the theme the concept of death?
If it's the concept of death, there's so much to talk about that. Acceptance, reluctance,
denial,
fear. There's so much to talk about.
I mean, even Maya ties into it because she didn't accept the death of the game until she finally accepted the game is gonna die, and they just have to go their separate ways.
Whatever. Hey, themes make things good, better, great,
and it's real nice. But then you get literal pieces of shit like this one with your teacher who you meet playing an online game.
That also ties into the theme of the concept of death because the game is about to die. And she has to accept that.
Yes, what about that?
Where she literally admits to you that she is an older woman who has interests in little boys and wants to abuse her power as a teacher to get closer with and seduce your character specifically.
Yes. That did happen. That was maybe a sentence of that. Not to be disregarded at all, but...
Because it does happen and it is disgusting.
Yes.
It's one of the real faults of the Persona games that they go really into the, hey, teachers and kids, whatever.
So long as it's a male and an older woman. If it's the other way, it's just like, cut it. Cut it. This is not okay. You're going to jail.
Do you know
lost to history?
No,
I'm talking about nobody knows.
Oh,
about
yeah.
I wonder if there's like a new comment of just every now and again. I like it. This is very funny. But then it's several layers that you gotta get into Dipset.
Yes.
You gotta remember this or stumble upon it. That's not hitting the algorithm.
Phil no BEP, like you gotta know who that is or stumble upon whatever cartoon they're doing at the current moment. And then they might have taken those offline because of the music. So even if you're into his channel, you may never see those particular videos. So you have to look up Dipset the movie.
Listen, man, I don't really get worked up over shit that easy. But when I tell you that this shit made me mad, I mean, this shit got me mad. Because this is just blatant Dateline NBC type shit, bro. There's no way around it. This weird fetishization of pedophilia, is kind of fucking weird because it's just straight up glorifying a woman preying on a child.
Absolutely.
And it's presented in a positive or a joking light. And
Absolutely.
even when she looks back on Yo's conversation and says she don't like what she sees, she's not saying that because she admitted to a stranger online that she wants to smash a little ass kid. She says that because she was complaining about her coworkers.
What?
This shit is stupid, and the fact that you barely hear nobody talk about it is just telling of the kind of shit people are willing to ignore to...
Okay, so what he brought up as a negative was a teacher being a horrible person. Mm-hmm. Out of the 15 or so confidants in game. So, he's just like, all right, most are boring.
Yes.
No explanation of who those are, just shows the most.
Or how.
2 are good. I like them.
Because they fit into the theme of death.
1 is horrible. And then the one thing he can easily prove, he goes so far into it. Keeps going. They're boring. Move on. Mean-spirited. Play a 20-second clip that doesn't even show what you said.
Praise a shitty-ass anime game over the internet.com, bro. It's fucking sad, yo. Alright, imagine you're me, replaying this game after...
Can I just say, I really hate the school of these video essayists that's just like... y'all are sad for liking anime. Y'all are sad for liking these tropes. Y'all are worthless people. Y'all are the type... It's just... You're not saying anything.
Yeah. And if you can be pushed back around or right on you, like what if somebody was just like, you're really sad for making a video online? How would somebody
really
like,
sad for playing video games at your age?
How would he react? He'd be like, I don't care what you think. So it's like, okay, so you must realize that people don't care when you say that, oh, you're sad for like an anime or whatever. You must realize that you're just saying it to saying it. You're not affecting them at all. If you yourself would take it the same way of just like, oh, I don't care if somebody says something like this. You must realize this, hopefully.
And all disappointed that this game actually turned out even worse than I remembered. To the point where I find myself not caring about literally anything the game is thrown at me no more.
I don't care about this. Thank you for your very in-depth analysis of the story. So now that the fact that you don't care, you're not going to be looking into it as much. So when something happens, you're going to be like, oh, this is just stupid. This is just what did he say? A heartless reaction to that? Mean-spirited reaction. You're going to take it as that as simply, or instead of thinking about it, you're going to look at it as the worst possible faith because it's not catching your interest.
Plot device is introduced and does literally nothing for
What did he say about plot device?
Thrown at me no more. This walking plot device is introduced and does literally nothing for the month that he exists.
Not introduced. He was always there, technically. Mm-hmm. It's just the manifestation of the character you already have been interacting with.
Yes.
Which is, in turn, a manifestation of death.
The theme. He's a walking theme, you see.
Then he does more exposition dumping again with that horrible ass dialogue.
Pause. Exposition bad. Dialogue bad, apparently.
Voice acting bad.
This bad.
I'm the embodiment of all shadows. The appriser.
The appriser?
The frightening truth about myself.
Pause. I sincerely hope this is a joke. Because this is editing. Mm-hmm. He's editing this very badly. Mm-hmm. He's taking clips from later in the conversation and putting it over here to make it, because you can hear the music cut.
Oh, yeah. Let's go back to it.
I sincerely hope this is a joke and not him being very disingenuous to try to prove his point. I'm going to say that this is a joke to not get mad.
Dialogue.
You're a shadow?
No, wait a second. He's using this to prove his point.
Yes.
So why would he use a joke to prove his point?
Absolutely, sir.
Holy crap.
What's your problem here, sir?
What's
the problem here, sir?
So, taking this as charitable as possible, he's making a joke, whatever. Mm-hmm. Taking this as what it is he wrote this down. My goodness. he in his Salt Bay mindset of just like, I'm not having fun. This is whatever. This is exposition.
70 hours, uninteresting,
He
boring.
wrote it down, and just like with the Junpei thing went, oh, this ain't what happened. This isn't just exposition with bad dialogue. So he had to make it so. If this is not a joke. But you wouldn't do a joke to prove your point, which is, that's what, and he's already fudged the truth. And he's already went, I'm going to write this down and then later be like, yo, this isn't exactly what it is. So I'm leaning 80%. He's just being a disingenuous piece of
I'd lean to that direction.
But I have faith in humanity. And that's where that 20% of he's a funny man and he's doing a funny.
Like you have faith in Phil.
My faith in Phil will be rewarded.
Maybe he'll read your super chat.
Again, with that horrible ass dialogue.
You're a shadow? I'm the embodiment of all shadows. The appriser.
The appriser?
The frightening truth about myself.
Oh, yeah.
And shadows.
You know the truth about shadows?
The appriser.
You're the appriser?
I fell to Aegis.
Aegis? Ryoji, you're the appriser? None of this makes sense.
The maternal being is called Nyx.
Who the hell's Nyx?
All life will vanish.
All life will vanish?
You won't remember anything.
We'll forget everything?
Ryoji-kun's no longer here.
And at this point, I'm over the...
That's funny. That's funny editing. I don't know what the context of that was because you can cut whatever it is.
whole shit.
I again, like I said, I sincerely hope that was a joke. But
it's fine if you don't like repeated dialogue in the anime trope of I can't believe what you just said. I'm repeating it to either get clarification or to make sure I didn't mishear whatever. You could say you didn't like that type of thing. But there are clear cuts happening here.
yes.
That is making this much weirder than it actually is.
Longer here.
And at this point, I'm over the whole shit. But then, when being faced with certain death at the hands of Nyx,
Pause. And see, he's already said, I don't care, and then comboed into, I'm over this.
And then comboed into, but
party decides that even if it's considered futile to try and stop her, they find the resolve to make the impossible happen together.
Resolve, fate.
And as corny as that sounds, what happens afterwards is something I never thought I'd say about this game. On New Year's Day, something magical happens. The music outside suddenly changes. The atmosphere feels almost melancholic. The weather gets bleaker. The tone of the final month of the game is being set. And this shit feels real damn good.
it's dark.
Didn't he say that earlier there was only one genuinely good thing in this game?
That's one of the only things I'll praise about it. This is the only thing I'll praise about it.
And now he's praising something else in the game.
But again, we're right back to is dark equal good.
Yes.
Everything's bleaker now. So now suddenly it's good even though it's the same things I've been doing, the same dialogue they've been saying, the same things happening.
Unbelievable.
Suddenly it's somehow
Now
good.
it's good because this is the track that I want to go down. Please clap. How are you showcasing by this?
The music being melancholy. But then he hated the dungeon theme being all melancholy and dark.
Holy crap. Cut this! You aren't proving anything!
Look how bleak it is with the empty
Holy
mall.
crap! Speak words instead of just showing stuff and just like, here you go! I'm getting nothing from this!
Look how bleak it is right now.
Yo, honestly, the music here hits so fucking hard. This is like genuinely my favorite part of the game. Something I think is genuinely like,
What did you
oh,
wish
what
for,
the
Fuka?
fuck, bro? Come on. For real though, the mood in the final month of the game is something that I'm willing to say is real good about Persona 3.
There we go. He doesn't like the more happy-go-lucky mood of most of the month, most of the time you spend in the game, outside of the moments where there's plot development, where darker things happen. So when you got an entire 30 days of play just with this sad, bleak overtones.
Here comes not Satan, the Reaper's scythe around my neck. Just sitting
Yay!
here.
Clap yay!
Yeah, this is what I wanted. As we're going down, they're just like, okay, this phenomenon is affecting a lot of people. People are zombies outside. What about that?
It feels like the music finally harmonized with the tone of the game and the mood.
Like the dark dungeon and the dark beat. This guy sucks.
This is what I wanted. But you
That's
got what
why
you
it
wanted over there.
harmonizes.
The thing that you wanted was also over there. No, but this is what I wanted.
Set by the plot. Memories of the City is the best song in this game. In deadass, my favorite song in Shoji Meguro's entire discography. It's that damn good. It conveys a sense of dread and
He is doing nothing. So all the times he's been talking about confidants, boring. This plot line, boring. I don't care. Oh my god, the music, 3 minutes.
These two confidants are good because of the theme.
But this, the music, oh my
It
god.
conveys a melancholy. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And
melancholy, sadness, desolation. It also
Pause.
has
But
this-
what about the earlier happy music, which is like a live every day while you can? So savor the moments with your friends.
But I don't like it because it played a lot.
It
played too much. I heard it a lot.
nostalgic, hopeful, and reassuring feeling at the same time. It balances
Hey,
these emotions.
what if it doesn't?
What if I don't agree?
You must surely you realize that music doesn't convey the same thing to all people.
Nope.
What if that happy theme conveyed these things to people?
What if they got a sadness and a melancholy feeling out of it?
What then?
Where are your words, sir?
It's just the mindset of this is. This brings forth this. It's like, yeah, for you it does. I suppose it does. But what if other people say what if other people say that this is bad and just move on? I would love to have a conversation with him by just going, where he goes, the old people are great because they fit into the theme. I'd be like, no, they're boring. And just see what he says. Just see what he'd be like, no, but why are they boring? I'm like, okay, why didn't you explain yourself when you said that the other things were boring?
I'm going to go into a totally different direction here. He's saying that for the first time, it feels like what is going on in the world is harmonizing with the music. But that happens all the time, like in the mall when it's upbeat and that poppy type of music, like in the dungeons when it's that dark, dreary beat. It has happened all the time. He's just not enjoyed the music for one reason or another because it felt soulless and there's no passion.
Or whatever other buzzword bush he puts up.
Damn well that to this day, this shit hits so fucking hard. It reminds me of how I felt playing a game like SMT4.
Why does it remind you of another game?
This man loves the Shin Megami Tensei series so much, and he's just so mad that Persona is the one that people love, and not the games he feels are the actual good ones.
Is that good? Setting the tone is one thing. The game actually following up on that is another. And of course, the game drops the ball so fucking hard, bro. The party barely interacts that much. And Aigis, man, I don't even know where to start with Aigis. She's introduced in the game during summer at the group trip to Yakushima Island. And for 90% of the game, she's obsessed with being around your main character. and it's explained later during that big-ass exposition dump that she did some weird shit and sealed death inside you.
She's obsessed about being around you because that's her mission. She's a robot.
Kid,
and then as she grows, it strays away from that to be like, oh, I'm having human emotions. I'm crying. Why am I crying? She's just like, please just accept the deal. Live your life for a month in happiness and then die.
When you were just a little kid 10 years ago when your parents died, and she's basically responsible for the entire plot of the game happening, and it's all just so stupidly convoluted. I don't think I can physically muster a bone in my body to care about it.
Why is it convoluted? Aegis saw that she needed to implant death into someone and there was a kid around.
No, but it's just convoluted, so I don't care.
Since her entire backstory just got
moving
spilled,
on,
and since she has no real character of her own, she
has no real character of her own. This guy is... It's clear he just did not enjoy the game, and because of that, he refused to retain the information of the game.
He's not engaging within the game
because the entire point of it, of her character arc, is to be a person, is to be a character. She is a legitimate robot. This isn't this is a purposeful blank slate. No, she is literally a blank slate, and then she becomes more.
That's the arc. That's the thing. That's the progression.
Now, whether you think that's good or not,
we can talk about that. That's a whole nother thing. But it happened.
She doesn't have one of her own.
Last month of the game being a voice for the protagonist and basically just regurgitates the themes of the game up until the very last cutscene. And true to the game, Aegis probably has the worst case of awful voice direction out the entire cast, where she constantly goes back and forth between this stupid ass robot voice and speaking normally. It gets real weird after the final boss, which, by the way,
her robot command versus her actual voice command, that happens all the time in robot and android media.
Hey, what are you talking about? Are you talking about how she switches from being a robot and then once she gets more human, the emotions come out and she's less robot? Or are you talking about within a cutscene she goes from we must do this to hey you guys, how about we do this? Mayhaps you have a clip, sir.
Not even worth mentioning, bro. This is a 30-minute damage sponge with no challenge to offer and an automatic.
No, we moved on to the final boss.
We're done with that.
Yeah, we're done.
Not even worth mentioning, but I'm gonna mention it. That's that snide, leafy stuff. Just like, I'm not even gonna mention his big old nose or whatever. No, but you just did.
Yes.
If you're not gonna mention it, don't mention it. Move on if you're going to mention it. You're bringing this up as a negative. Oh, it was 30-minute damage spawn. I like that final boss. It was a thinky thing of just like, oh, just beat this thing. Now it's switch to something that you can't use lightning anymore. So now if you got in Akihiko, well, he's just useless. Throw him in the bin with the fat kid.
Instant win fight afterwards.
Also, this climax and final boss is something that is recycled literally in both Persona 4 and Persona 5.
Hey, this fight ties into the theme. What now? Hey, themes. Is it good now?
But anyways, before the ending, Aegis just sits there on the rooftop with your main character who is literally dying while she's crying her ass off, again, regurgitating the themes of the game.
She's not crying.
She's really sad.
Yes, but she's not crying.
Again, regurgitating the themes of the game.
You keep saying regurgitating. What's the difference between tying into and regurgitating?
Why is this bad, but the old couple is good? When they're prolonged 10 times, you gotta meet them and have it stabbed into you death. As opposed to this maybe 5-minute cutscene of, I guess, bad acting and directing, which I'm not gonna showcase.
You fucking didn't get it the first 6 times she talked about it. Your eyes feel heavy. Start dancing.
Start dancing.
Or you could start dueling Like me, Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! And then you die, and then the game ends. Was that a little anticlimactic? Sorry, I don't know what you expected from me, bro. I stopped caring about this shit like 60 hours ago.
It is a climax.
Yes.
Or unless he means anticlimactic video. But he still has 5.5 minutes, so I wonder if...
Anticlimactic video. He's talking about the game being anticlimactic. You've defeated the final boss.
And now your promised death has arrived.
He sacrificed himself, and he's dead. What is a... And again, I would love for something like, here's how it could be improved.
Maybe that 5.5 minutes left.
No, it's going to be a recap of, this was boring, the fight's bad, music suck, women bad.
Maybe he's
and pedophiles.
Talking about the answer or something. Maybe FES content or something. Who knows?
Without a doubt, this is one of the worst games I have played in a long while.
He said earlier it was the worst game he's ever played.
Shut up. Do you think he's proven his point to a viewer who does not know about Persona 3 like that?
No, absolutely not.
Because he's... How many times has he said the word shadows?
He barely talked about the gameplay loop of it.
The gameplay, he's barely talked about the story. Like I said, how many times has he said Junpei?
This is 36 minutes. What did we get out of this?
What did he say?
And unlike Persona 4, where I found myself appreciating the game more by trying things I missed out on, doing the same for Persona 3, and not only did nothing about the game get better, I think it got worse. A bad, boring plot with dead pacing.
What got worse?
What's bad about the pacing? When the
pacing... Boring?
Poor writing, underdeveloped,
Holy crap!
Spitfire time, boy.
I just said this is what it was gonna be!
He did say it's what it's gonna be.
Characters with little to no chemistry who spell
chemistry?
When did that come up in the video?
You've not explained or explored that. They do have chemistry. I love Junpei and Yukari's bickering. Him saying something stupid it is, she just lashes at him. I like that. It's fun.
Alright, so I guess you've both proven your points. Equally.
No! At least I mentioned something that happened. He just goes, they don't have chemistry.
It's about exposition in a massive case of tell don't show, where I'm just supposed to believe that these people are somehow different and growing because they said so. Couple that
she accepted. She saw her father doing the best that he could.
And accepted it and said, I'm gonna keep fighting, to the person whose group caused the death of her father, who is really sad that her group caused the death of her friend's father and feels really bad about it. So in a way, she's also absolving Mitsuru from her guilt.
Are you saying that we're not seeing the development of Junpei and Chidori? Are you saying we don't see that? What?
No, but it was bad dialogue and bad script.
But that's a whole nother thing.
No, same thing.
He said that we're expected to accept the fact that these characters have developed. But they did.
Yeah, but they told us they developed.
And we saw it.
Nope. They could have just showed us, but no, they just kept telling.
This is... Man, this is a good combination of being a disingenuous piece of... not proving his points, just the boring bull crap that's just
for 36 minutes, dude. I don't know.
And he think he doing something is the worst part. Like he's proving something.
Fun JRPG gameplay with an inferior battle system that ruins the fun, fair balancing of a game made by the same company literally 4 years prior, with no sense of challenge outside of the game forcing you to grind inside an unchanging visually boring singular dungeon with boring enemy designs that are literally reused and recycled for the entire game. And the social sim mechanic.
What can you say about that other than it's boring? I found it to be good. I liked it. I liked traversing the dungeons and just going, hey,
You're wrong.
Here is one big Hulk Hogan dude that's weak to lightning, and he reflects all of the physical attacks. And then you go up 2 floors, and then hey, it's normal to fight 2 of them now when it was just one of them, and that one was the challenge. He's not explained why it was boring other than it is boring. I like what
Fighting the same enemies in a JRPG. Who could ever?
Entire game. And a social sim mechanic that feels half-baked with social links that, when they're not completely inoffensive, they're boring or in some cases absolutely vile.
Pause. Vile would fit into the and when it's not inoffensive, so that means that there is an offensive one, so that would fit into that one. So you tried to have 3 things when you actually have 2 things. And what do we have? When it's not vile, it's boring, except for the good ones, which are these 2 that fit into the theme of death.
Yes. Yes. What's the problem, sir?
I just don't think that it's too much to explain yourself, because I love the Mitsuru, because I'm a big sucker for person doesn't understand things within like the middle class. So she's like, what is this delicious potatoed French fry? I love those types of things. So we get to see her experiencing like things that we see as mundane. She walks out of a movie theater like a thrilling romp for the ages. And that's, you can, but it gets, I guess it just gets boiled down to
Boring.
it's boring. Hey, no, it's not.
It's no different than getting to see like Elizabeth experience the stuff, and I love having Elizabeth experience.
Fun stuff there. Her dumping a whole bag of
Do you
coins.
think this is enough to grant my wish?
Yeah, I'll take 2 takoyakis, and she pulls out in 500 million yen. Like, here you go. Like, that's too much.
Just on some weird ass shit, bro. Like, I'm sorry, bro. I cannot get over it. What the fuck were y'all thinking when you're fucking... Oh, what the... This game is just...
Kids do that all the time. What could your possible responses be there?
Yeah. And she also said, when I grow up.
Kids do that type of all the time. I'm going to marry my big brother.
That is the thing that they do. That is what it is. That is not creepy whatsoever. Unless you're shut up. Hey, don't clip me, all right? Clip this part saying don't clip me, because you won't. You, the clipper who's listening to this right now. I hope you're happy with yourself, piece of
not good. And I know there's a gang of...
just not good. Thank you.
I can't believe someone spent 36 minutes, and I can't really tell you 5 points of why they think it's not good.
I can't tell you
in true detail, not just the word
true detail thing.
Not just the word boring, uninteresting.
I can't
exposition.
tell you 2 of them.
People who are probably gonna get mad at me saying that, but like, who the fuck cares, bro? Like,
you care if you care enough to write a 36-minute video script.
Record, edit.
You played and replayed this game to do this specific thing.
Gathered footage.
You are clearly a person that cares. You care to put your opinion out, but now that people are going to disagree with your opinion, it's like, well, who cares?
Baby.
Baby!
if you watching this video right now and you're all worked up because I said that anime game bad over the internet.
No, I'm not worked up about the fact that you said this. I'm worked up about the fact of how you're saying it. Because you're not saying anything about what makes it bad other than it's bad and it's boring. We can't do anything with that. I can't judge your enjoyment level with a Fuka social link versus the old people social link. I can't judge that.
Just that one ties into the theme, so it's good, and the other one is boring.
And the other one is boring. That's what I'm pissy about, and I think I have a right to be pissy about that.
Not just that you don't like thing that I like.
Hey, what did you think about this movie? It's bad. Why?
Exposition, bad characters, bad dialogue. You're not saying anything because for all I know, you never watched that movie. And you clearly didn't take in the information of this game because you ain't give a because the things you say, you're disproving yourself.
Then I'm gonna have to ask you to take a step back and relax a little bit. My dislike for this stupid ass game should not really affect anybody in the way that my past couple videos has, and I think it's fucking weird.
Then can I stop this? Why do the people praising it affect you?
Yeah.
Cause you're really upset that people praise this game.
Why aren't people allowed to praise the game without you going ugh? What about anime where you just go ugh and the anime tropes and stuff and people get off my back about anime tropes? Why you care? What are we allowed to care about vis-a-vis somebody's opinion? You can't just tell people, hey, don't care because I'm just some guy trashing your favorite game, doing it horribly for 36 minutes and just going, I'm teabagging you for liking this game. And it's bad. And that's your point, is that it's bad.
You can like what you like, but if somebody not enjoying the same things as you is grounds to go stupid in the way I've seen people online act up recently, then
but you're going stupid based on people liking the game.
That's what this video is.
How do you not understand this?
That's
if somebody goes into your video and goes, it's stupid, you made bad points, it's a horrible video, you would be like, what the f are they talking about? And then now, just extrapolate that to your video.
The video's called It's an Overrated Disaster. So you're taking people's opinions into consideration when you're talking about this video game.
Hey, why are y'all mad I'm talking about your opinion?
Bruh, you need some help. The point of my videos were always been to disagree with and question the stupid ass common opinions I see and hear thrown around these games.
Why do you care? Why do you care enough to do that?
Why are you allowed to care about what people think, but then you're lambasting people for thinking, for caring about what you think?
So you're allowed to disagree with what they say, but they're not allowed to disagree with what you say.
You're allowed to put out an entire video about what somebody thinks, but then if they write a comment, it's like, what are you getting all upset about for? This is that shield garbage of just like, it's why should you, this is that trigger of why should you care? What are we allowed to care about?
When it's clear you care a lot.
You care. You're allowed to care about whatever you want. But the second I go, wait a second, what the no, why you care? I'm just a guy talking about, yo, just calm down. You need help. That's also feel stuff.
Yeah.
Get some help because
mentally
you care about somebody
idiot.
saying something online. Which is the entire, you're putting out your opinion. This is, do you only want praise? Or is it just like, yes, I will get some negative thoughts about this, but you can't be like that if your mindset is, don't care about what I'm saying.
What are the opinions or the people that are voicing their opinions? What is he talking about in this instance? Is he going to show instances of it? Is it going to be a bunch of, hey, your video's bad because you made bad points? Or is it going to be a bunch of, you stupid monkey, blah, 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 all this stuff?
What is acceptable criticism to him?
Is the fact he's getting criticized the negative? Or is it super negative criticism that is the negative? I truly don't know. I don't know the type of comments he gets. So I can only infer that it's If you're criticizing me, you care too much. After I put out this 36-minute video in my second 100-hour playthrough of a game I don't care about.
Yeah, he said he don't care, so he don't care, so he's fine to put out the video because he doesn't care.
Most of the time, the shit you hear on the internet is either super misleading or just in some...
Have you looked in the mirror, you stupid muppet?
Do you realize that you are in that boat? Surely you must realize.
He doesn't. That's the point. These people never realize. And that's the issue.
They're talking about themselves when they talk about bullshit like this.
Or just in some cases completely fucking wrong. When I was replaying the game on stream, I seen a lot of people say the same stupid ass shit in the chat and in my comments. Why play Persona 3 if I hate it? Why play these games if I don't like it? Well, I play these games because I do, and I criticize them because I love Persona. I don't know, bro. Call me what you want.
What Persona do you like?
Probably 4. I criticize these games because I do. That's not an explanation.
His description goes, I'd literally rather play Persona 5 or Persona 4 again. You wouldn't go, man, I hate...
you would say, I wish I was playing Persona 4.
Not I'd rather do something that I enjoy. That's not the wording that you would use.
But when I'm given amazing games like Persona 1 and 2, and the next game in the series is a step back in literally every single way. Oh, he loved 1 and 2.
Pause. In literally every single way. So it's a step back in the graphics. Are you saying that Persona 3's graphics are worse than Persona 1 and 2? He has not done a Persona 1 and video, so I don't know what his thoughts about Persona 1 is, or is Persona 2. They're just better. Mm-hmm. He has 11 videos. Shimigami, nope, that is irrelevant. Shimigami Tensei 3 Nocturne is beautiful. Shimigami Tensei 4 is a masterpiece.
You could just say Tensei 4.
5 is awful in the Persona fan base. Persona 4 is a timeless classic. This video, what makes Megami Tensei special? Catherine, should you buy Persona 5 Strikers? Tensei 5, Tensei 5. So I don't know what you think about that.
Where is your loving video for 1 and 2 since they're so much better?
Yes, where's that? Where's the comparison? Because I don't know. All you said was the music about Persona 1 or 2. I don't remember which one it is.
It was probably
I don't think that you talked about the battle system or anything. I don't think you've talked about the characters or the design.
The comedy.
The overall feeling of the world. No, but this is just bad. Worse. In literally every way.
Every single way. I got a right to be mad about it.
Oh, so you're allowed to be mad about the thing, but we're not allowed to be mad about your opinion on the thing.
That's cool. How it goes.
Cool.
What bothers me about modern Persona has never been this. It's always been this. I could care less if they added a social sim mechanic. I could care less about social links and dating.
No, you're lying because you kept talking about it. You talked about them several times. You talked about the calendar system for a long time. You talked
brought
about
this up as a negative.
You talked about these things for quite a while. If you didn't care less, if you couldn't care less, you would not bring them up.
I could care less about the shitty ass anime tropes that they use all the damn time.
Then you wouldn't bring them up. I would submit the 3 things you just said you couldn't care less about is probably a fourth of your video. I don't understand.
You can't complain about it and then just go, I don't care that it's in here. You do care.
I care because it's just not fucking good.
No explanation. I don't care about the tropes. I care that it's not good. What makes it not good? The tropes. Oh, I guess we're done here.
And when this is from a company that knows how to turn otherwise generic tropes and flip it into something unique, I got a right to be mad. Bro.
How did it do it?
Yeah.
How did it do it?
Hey, watch this other video to see how it did it. I'm bringing this up as a point of comparison, but I'm not going to explain why it's better, simply that it is better. Oh, whoops.
Always the vision of Atlas back in the day, to be an antithesis to the conventional JRPG format of...
What? Is there an interview that says that, or is that just your belief of what it
Your
is?
assumption, what you perceive.
big ass fuck you to what the norm was. And I'm sure in
What was the
2000s
norm? And how did Atlas buck that trend? Moving the on.
I didn't want to go to atlas.com.
Yes, you did. Here it is. We got you. We knew what you was looking for.
I guess so.
Atlas Beatles.
They made The Karate Kid, Friday the 13th, Dungeon Explorer. How is this an Wacky Races? This is all before the game he showed. This guy's...
7, Persona 3 was just that. But now, every JRPG wants to be Persona with their social sim mechanics and...
Okay, so they were running counter to what other people were doing, and then other people copied them.
Well, how can you... What are you... Why are you complaining about Atlas doing a thing that inspired people to do that thing? You can't be like, oh, look at Atlas doing the thing that they've always done, that they inspired other people to do. Like, what, are we going to stop because other people are doing this too?
Hey, Resident Evil inspired the survival horror genre, but then Resident Evil 4 came out and it was over the shoulder, then all horror games became over the shoulder. Yuck!
Oh, I guess it's time for Resident Evil to become a rhythm game.
Hey girl dating sim type shit. And
how many more games do this? What can he point to?
I thought he didn't care about this, but he's bringing this up as Atlas inspiring a bunch of like this.
nothing has really been done to stand out no more. The fact that we've been given better games with better plot lines, better characterization from...
What was better about that?
It was better. That's what was better.
Atlas, but Persona has continued to latch on to what was unique back in fucking 2007 to this day is telling.
They're just supposed to make a completely new game every time the new game comes out.
Yes.
So when you were talking about all those shit, what does Nocturne 5 do that flips everything that Nocturne 4 did?
Or does it do the same things but better? It's more improved. It's honed down. I'd be pissed if you go from Persona 3 to Persona 4 and it's just like, okay, social links are gone. Or if they go from 3 to 4, both have social links and it's like, no, 5 just doesn't have social links anymore. It's just a straight... They'd be like, what are you doing? It's not about holding on to that unique stuff. It's a gameplay thing that people like. And
they want to see it in their Persona game.
And it's tied into the gameplay because you form these bonds and you get a better Persona.
Imagine a Persona game where you couldn't fuse personas. People love fusing personas. It's just you have to capture the persona. That's the only way. Or you can't capture a persona. You get 5 starter personas and you just have to fuse them and keep resurrecting them to fuse them into something else.
Why would you take away features that's working because other people are doing it? That's dumb. And it's dumb to complain about.
Why can't Persona be unique again? When really Persona was just kind of like the Tensei games that had come before it, except now it's a monster hunter game where you can recruit monsters.
And is it even really unique to do something and just combine it with something else?
And I don't care if it's unique, I care if it's good.
That is also, that's more number one thing. I don't care.
Of how dire the need for improvement and change is. I think no matter how much you like a game or a franchise, ignoring its faults is fucking stupid. If you continue to allow companies to get away with...
Show me somebody saying that this game is literally perfect and there are no faults.
With bad game design, bad writing, lazily developed characters, or half-baked mechanics, you are literally normalizing poor practices that will not change because It's just how Persona is. Ultimately, what I really want to see is people starting to make their own opinions about shit, you know?
They did. You just don't agree with it. Yeah, this is the goofiest. This is one of those, you sheeple need to wake up and think for yourselves. I am. I just agree with what a lot of other people are saying.
Yes.
Then you're not really thinking for yourself.
If 8 people say that, hey, the Demon Slayer breathing techniques don't make a whole lot of sense, and Just Stop also made a video with that point, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're all listening to that Just Stop point. You can all come to the same conclusion.
Based on the story you read.
You can come to the same conclusion that Rengoku sucks balls without, what was Homeboy's fantastic Demon Slayer video?
Oh, yeah. It's like Wiz or something. I forgot what the name was. It was a great
video
takedown.
Captain Mac. Oh, that video is so good.
Disgusting takedown.
It's so good.
I've watched it quite a few times.
You love to see Monk just taking down Demon Slayer like this. Just surgical precision of just like, and I don't care about Rengoku.
I'd really love to see somebody do a revisited on it.
I would
love to see a revisited on that video. It
would be the best. Not even like just a response type of thing.
I don't see how you can.
There are a couple mistakes in there, and it's my favorite thing to just go, okay, here's this big old video or this big old comment, and let's just see these people point out these little tiny mistakes and not the bigger issues.
The things that I was right about. I'm right about 98% of the things I said, and the 98 I'm right about is really big. Now I've got these minor details wrong, and that's my mistake. That's 2%. Oh my God, he's wrong!
Because he said that Sabito taught him all 10 forms of breathing. And I was like, nope, that he didn't. Rokodaki at least taught him the 5th form because we saw that flashback.
The metal used for the Demon Slayer swords, it's not like a special metal or anything. Yeah. No, it is.
There's a couple things that he got wrong. But there's big things of just like, hey, what's the difference between these breathing Oh, that video is so good.
Not just repeating.
Oh, this video is so bad.
Hearing from others and accepting it as fact. I'm talking.
Who accepted it as fact? Yeah. Who are these people? Can you point to a comment that just said, I read what everybody else said and I just accepted that thing?
Feel genuine from the heart feelings about things that you like. You know, if I can.
What if they do? What if they do? Yeah. How do you tell the difference between somebody going, yo, you wrong. This game the music is amazing. How do you tell the difference between that and somebody going, yo, this music is amazing? What is number 1 versus number 2 going, oh, that number 2 person, they heard it from number 1. How do you tell that?
About one of the most universally loved games amongst Megami Tensei fans, because I didn't personally enjoy it, then you shouldn't be scared to talk your talk about any of these games that you like or dislike. Just, you know, make sure y'all actually play them first, though. Nah, but who cares? Simply Dad is gatekeeping and elitist. I win. Bye-bye.
Yeah, it's really bad.
That's really bad.
What is it about Persona that makes people not able to critique it?
Grasp the simple concepts of it.
It's nuts.
I am not against anybody deriding Persona.
Not at
Take
all.
any one of the games out. Just systematically dissect any of the games, the series as a whole.
But do it.
But do it. Don't just say boring. Exposition. Clunky dialogue. That's not good enough.
Freaking 12, 13 different social links. He talks about 2 of them in any kind of depth. One is just pervert, when that's a small part of it. Understandable. You don't like that. That's cool.
A disgusting but small part.
Understandable. But And then the rest of them are just, I guess they're lumped into boring.
Love Athlete Girl. Love her.
Love Secretary Girl. Love Bebe. Dumb little French guy. He's so excited about everything. He's just like, kimono! Oh, konnichiwa! Like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is a Hall of Fame, of course.
Easy.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
I'm still looking for that video where we just kind of soft agree. Because the arguments are out there.
Yes.
The arguments are absolutely out there.
And I will never say they aren't. I just have yet to hear them from a competent video. Placed in a competent video.
Arguments for Persona 5 are out there. Absolutely.
There's arguments to be made for and against literally everything. But you're not doing a good job of doing so.
I didn't come into this going, yeah, this game is 10 out of 10, 9 out of 9, 9 out of 10.
We both said 6.57.
Yeah, I'm 7.75.
It's cool.
Good. I like it. Good stuff I like, some stuff I don't really like. It's making me really want to go back and play Persona 3 Dancing in Moonlight.
Yes.
Just to get a little bit more of the character interactions, because I had not played Persona 3 in a while, and then I was just like, oh, who are these people, whatever. I kind of want to go into Answer, or at least watch a playthrough, just to get a little bit of that. And I
mean, they're probably not going to include any part of Answer, but maybe some of the FES content in the remake.
They said they're going to add more than what is.
Yeah, sure you are, buddy.
What I do want to do is go to Arena. Just to see their older version.
Yeah.
It seems like what it is. But I ain't got
I remember somebody was like, why is it the main character of Persona 3 DLC? He dead.
He dead. But in Persona Dancing, he's in there. So
of course, you got to.
It's a dream. It's all a dream. It's fine. He's got some of the best dances.
Of course he does.
Yeah, it's great. It's fun. And then you get essentially that with you. So it's like, you know, it's not too much you can do unique-wise. So, hey, shut up, he's dead. Unless the Answer undeads him, which I don't remember. But
no, I think it's just like...
acceptance of,
yeah.
Oh, no, he's real dead, y'all.
Nah, he done so.
Yeah, maybe one day, maybe that Persona 4 video, which is probably... it seems like he likes Persona 4 more, so... based upon the title, is a timeless classic. Yeah, it seems like he likes it more.
Okay, so I'm going to say that...
There's a lot of good individual moments in the plot itself, since the game's theme is introspection.
It's all... life is just written. It is very poorly written when you think about it. It's just all just like, of course I would land right on a theme moment.
Of course.
Why wouldn't I?
What else could
it have been?
There'll be no stream. So we didn't have a stream last Saturday because all of a sudden XSplit decided not to work with stream elements, and it is a wide known issue, and they are working on it. It's still not working, but that's not the reason we're not having a actual revisited stream. It's because the Mortal Kombat 1 online stress test came out, and I got a code.
Scam.
So I'm going to be playing that
in chat, y'all. Scams in chat.
So that's going to be what that is.
Scams in chat, y'all.
Maybe I'll stream it. Maybe I'll record it. Maybe I'll do nothing.
Get them.
There's no scams
Get
here.
them. Wee woo. Get them.
So yeah, that's that.
Okay, so we at least get one before Dragon Ball month.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
Stream?
Yeah.
No.
30th? Oh wait, no. 30th? That's the first.
Yeah, the first is a Saturday, bruh.
What happened? How did I see that?
Yeah, no, buddy.
I guess we don't.
No.
I guess. Hey, screw the people that don't really care about Dragon Ball. Man. We should throw in at least one non-Dragon Ball.
I mean, we're getting one on July 4th. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Y'all not ready for that one.
Yeah, buddy.
We have to make some firework emotes or something, because
these baboons,
just orangutans. Sick of them already. Get out of here.
2 p.m. Boom, boom, clack, 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 boom, boom, clack. You can't even see them.
I gotta start organizing Dragon Ball content. I gotta see what Mark is doing.
Yeah, that's always a well that is eternal.
So much to do here.
And I can't remember if he actually is clapping currently for doing the Dragon Ball Z thing.
Yeah, I never heard about the Dragon Ball Z thing, so I don't know where it even started.
Oh no, he is doing different content. Wow, that's crazy. He's not just doing a bunch of I'm reading this manga blind review stuff
Yet.
Like Netflix's Full Metal Alchemist movie, failure of Dragon Ball Z home releases. That's some interesting stuff.
He's gearing up for his next one.
Of course. Probably Dragon Ball Z itself.
Whatever the case may be, we'll be there. Or we won't. Hopefully we won't.
We will. What?
The YouTube comment that changed my life.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I decided to just don't play
There's
it.
this YouTube comment and it has like 28,000 likes, and for the last 5 years I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. So yeah, nestled under the animated music video entitled Sparkle from Makoto Shinkai's 2016 anime smash hit Your Name, the comment reads, I can sit here thinking long and hard about what I thought and felt watching this movie. I'm an animator and was initially drawn to this film because of its art direction. I'm very glad I paid it the attention I now know that it deserved. I moved away from my home to Japan, over 10,000 kilometers from the girl I love. What this movie does, quite masterfully, is concentrate and draw attention to what we really need as people. Instead of writing his name, he wrote something much more important for her to know. Something I didn't see coming. And I think that highlights what this movie has done for so many people. Remind them of what's most important. I booked a flight home back to my girlfriend. I need to hug her and tell her these things. Alright, so that comment is pretty out there, but...
Hey, you pieces! Comment on the video that I made! I made an AMV and you talking about your girlfriend? She's probably getting banged by Tyrone! Get out of here! Don't come to my video and talk about your problems!
Why is it going
Shut up!
on
you!
Some people just...
It's literally an AMV! We talk about this stuff all the time when mom go into the comments of a whole anime essay and just go, yeah, Naruto, and I love this part with Shino.
Yeah.
You go, hey, I ain't say nothing about Shino. Why you talking about Shino?
Why not go to the trailer of that anime and put that instead of an AMV?
This ain't about you.
Wow. DA Selfish, stock down.
I'm sorry, but piss off.
Stock down, thank you.
Like, we're about to piss off with this. Yeah, hover over it, quick. I had to give you time, because I'm going to say wee woo, and then you're going to click the button.